Okay. Hello, everybody. It is me, the Matt Man, or Matt, as some people like to call me. Here it is. This is just a quick video to show something. To show basically a question. Pervy Sage asked, "How did I do that thing?" It is me using the pen tool to create an effect. The effect is basically this kind of effect here that fans out using the pen tool. It's fairly simple to do. I mean, I've done it a while. I usually do it for my speed lines. If I just go in this here then. If we go international paper, E4, just to show what I do. Right. First of all, get the pen tool there, just the average one. Start point in, start point out. To select the end bit here, using Control. Then using Control, Alt, and Shift, I press down, and I make a lot, but I don't do it for too long, and like that. Then holding Control, click, drag, select all of those end pieces, and that's all that size. Make sure this isn't, otherwise you'll just end up moving it. Because then you go Control T, or if you want to go to it, you go Transform, and usually you can go Scale or Free Transform. And then I'll just drag down, and it'll just do it again, and it'll just transform it, spread them out at an even increment like that. Sometimes it takes a couple of times to do it because the top and bottom often goes at the where the bottom of this is, whether it's the top or the bottom. It'll always include this one, but it will only move these. So I get several out. I get a nice. You can zoom out, get a nice amount of space. Yeah, that looks good. Zoom out, enter, then just click and drag. I take those, Control T again. I move this anchor point to the bottom one here, and then holding Shift, move it. Sometimes it might need to go over a bit. There we go. Make so it gets a continuous line. Then do the same again to the bottom. Select, Control T, anchor point, rotate, and then just move over, make it nice and even. Now this is pretty much halfway, but what I tend to do then anyway is click, drag, and then Control, Alt, and Shift. Let go of Alt, and then just hold the Shift and the Control and D-pad all the way over. Or you could just go Control T and move it like that, just for quickness. And then I do the same to the bottom. Control Alt T, one move, and then T over. As you can see, I've got 2 extra lines, but it does help to kind of get the right spacing. But as you can see, it's a bit too close. So over there, get rid of those 2 lines. Delete. There you go. And that's pretty good. And then do the same at the top. Control T. And there we go. Like that. But you still got a big space. So I think 3 should do it. So Control Alt T. Well, Control Alt Shift. Move. Then Control T. Oh, see, too many. That's because I got the bottom selected by accident. Right, do that again. That's it. T. There we go. That might be too many. Yeah, that looks fine. Right. Now, what I sometimes do here is select the brush. Make it a decent. I usually go something pretty low, like 2 or 3. Go 3, and then you click Enter. It'll stroke the path. The other way to do it is go right click and stroke path, and it will bring up this box. Simulate pressure is good if you want the ends, both ends, to fade in and out, because it'll give a simulated pressure point, but you'll have to set up. But as default, it will in and out fade. And you can, whatever you want to do. It's good for erasing, for blurring in lines and stuff like that. But yeah, I use that one, and then hit delete, and you get all these wonderful lines like this, and it's great for speed lines and stuff like that. And then what you could do is get your eraser, boot up the size, way down the darkness. Ooh, that's a bit too big. That's so big, and then do that, and and there you go. You got some nice speed lines. But that's not what we're doing. Right, we're going back. Right, I think that's before it. Yep. Right, we got that. Now, one thing you can do is, if you're very careful, go between the lines, select the middle, and you can change where the out point goes. Like that, so you can change perspective. But be careful of the edges, like here, where they kind of come together. You sometimes may have to delete some. Like if I put that there, I'm going to have to delete this one, and this one, and this one. And then, ooh, get rid of that. And then just kind of move that up just a touch, this down just a touch, this down just a touch, and there you go. That's a lot better. Oh, and these one have to go over a bit, because it will make it look a bit more box shaped. So then you do that. Anyway, to do the things, all I do then is select one, and then select the end point. It's just a standard click, and then connect it to the end. Control, click, remove, let go of control, click the end, and go to the next one, and you repeat like so. I'll go into time lapse here, so you can see what I do right at the end. Okay, welcome back. Just thought I'd point out before I do the last two, is if you look at the pen tool, you've got a little symbol up next to it. If you look at the tip, you will see that it changes to a box with a little line through it. That means you're over a keyframe, or whatever it's called. I don't know. But yes, if that comes up, you can kick it. That's the reason I could hit Control to that, is so I could see the keyframe a bit easier. But as you can see, it's over there, and then when you want to do it, just click over another one, and you finish it, close off the line. Again, just looking for that, and that's all done. Right, with all that done, they're now closed off shapes, and there's a couple of ways you could do this. I mean, on Photoshop CS6, it gives you this button here, shape, and woo, look at that, all funky and nice and whatever. But the other way of doing it is right-clicking and go fill path here like this, and you get that, your foreground color. You can choose a color here if you want to, if you didn't pick one out. Let's go gray. Let's go red. Like that. And you get blending, transparency, and all that. And then click OK, and there we go. And then what you do is hit delete, and those lines have gone. Bye-bye lines. And we're left with this nice funky pattern. Now, just like with the speed lines, I get the eraser. Make sure it's up high and hardness is 0. And then I just do that, and it's going into the tunnel of light. Yes, go into the light at the end of the tunnel. Right, but you can do it other ways as well. I mean, you gotta get rid of that. Bye-bye light. You can also do it with the ellipse tool here, like that. That way you know you can get control. You can select, you can, or anything like that. Just feather it, say 40, and delete. There you go, like that. Sometimes if you make it yellow, like so. Where is the yellow? There we go. We go like that. Yellow. Lock it off and Shift F5. Go to foreground color. That will select that one there. Click OK. Isn't that cool? That's awesome. You could do it for. I use this kind of for many things. Like in this case, I can do. Let's do a bit of an energy ball. Ooh, we can get the right sides. Oop, that's too big. Don't know why. Just kind of you start here and it's like, oh, it takes forever to get up, and then it starts hitting the hundreds and it starts going really, really fast, and all of a sudden it goes from 400 to 800 and 1,000 and but yes, I digress. Oh yes, unlock the layer. And I do that. Just put that in there like that. And then take out the hardness, boot it up a little more, I think. Yep. Use the mouse button, the middle mouse scroll button. Yeah, that's too. There we go, right. Like that. Go to white. Good. There we go. We have a nice sun, or an energy ball, whatever you want it to be. But yes, that is generally how I did that. I mean, I probably might make sure that it's all working. You know, all the lines are quite the same, but generally they kind of turn out quite well. So I don't really need to do much. There you go, look, a nice energy ball. But yes, that's how I did that. I hope it helped, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And sorry that my voice was so boring. I'll see you later, people. Narahina for the win.